I got a call the other day from a regular customer. She has a friend whose father's passed away and left her a few cars. And apparently there's a story behind the one I'm going to look at. She has a 1971 454 4-speed El Camino. Now she wants $6,000 for it. I'm not really in the market for another project car because you guys know I got enough unfinished projects. Like, I do not need another one. But I have a plan, and you'll see what that is here in just a few minutes.
Say hi, friends. Hi.
Hi. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you got your toy.
And then the chrome is in the garage.
Okay.
I have keys, I have the title.
How do we get it out of here?
Well, I would move this dirt pile for you, so that would not be a problem.
Okay.
Well, because
You have all the chrome?
I do.
I gotta say, I'm really glad that you contacted me and not someone else. And the reason for that is because you'd be doing yourself a big disservice for selling this for $6,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This car with the parts that you have, if I were to take this car and put the parts on it and do what it takes to get it running, which if it ran when it was parked, wouldn't be much. I would clean it up and list it for about 15.
Are you serious?
Yeah. With that said, I'd like to make you a different offer. I think if you let me take this to my shop and put it together, we can agree on a price for me to do that work, and then I can put it on my car lot and list it with my collector cars. And then you can pay me out of what I'd sell it for. I would list it at $15,000. Yeah, it's a big block 4-speed car. Like, it has a factory cowl induction hood. That hood is a couple grand on its own.
Okay, I so appreciate your honesty with me.
Yeah.
What do you anticipate putting into it?
When I do these, I don't charge my normal shop labor rate because it'd be impossible. Because I charge $230 an hour to work on cars. But when you're doing something like this, you're not doing it for the typical reasons. I'm not trying to make a living off of this. That's all right. Grills are cheap.
But I'm glad that
Yeah, it's got no rust. There's a couple little bubbles, but I mean, not for what I expected. And normally the back of the floors are rusted out and down here is rusted out. When I saw the picture without the dash and without the cowl, I thought for sure that this was gonna be rusted out.
I've bought new car covers every few years for it. I've tried to preserve it. I went from 6 vehicles now down to 3.
Yeah, you were telling me about like the Cobra and stuff. I think with this, I think for a couple $1,000s, I can get it all put back together, polished up, running and driving and stopping.
And then what would your cut be in that?
Say sold it for 15, right? List it for 15, I sell it for 15. There would be the estimated $2,000 to get it running and driving. And then I just charge 10% of the total sale price, not including the 2,000. And I'm a licensed dealer too, so it's.
Okay, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not just some guy that.
No, you know, whenever Annie and John recommend someone to me, it's always been extremely solid.
Yeah, they've been customers of mine for probably 15 years.
I adore John.
So he's a great guy.
They were telling me that you should be the only one that I call before anyone, so.
I make a very good living being honest with people.
No, I appreciate that. I've been down this road before with my other cars, and it was pretty disappointing what people think that they can get away with. That's probably why I was so shy about getting rid of this earlier, but would like to take up your offer.
Okay.
I want this car to find a happy home and be loved.
And this isn't a car that needs a full restoration. This is a car that just needs to be put back together and made to run. And somebody that has $15,000 will buy it and they'll take it and they'll work on it themselves and they'll put a lot of love into it. Versus someone who is looking for something that's in the condition that it is at this moment to put 20 grand into to try and sell it for 50 or 60. It's going to be somebody who buys it and loves it and drives it, and a father and son probably would be that type of situation.
I know, it's mixed feelings to get rid of it because it was my dad's, but once this goes, I told you my great-grandfather's Mustang.
Yeah.
And that's the one I'm gonna put some time into. I just can't do 2 cars.
Oh no, I've done 2 cars. It's terrible. Even owning a shop doing 2 cars at once is impossible.
I bet. Well, I would love to see this get restored.
Well, if you'd like to take me up on that, it's easy enough. We just got to get it so the tow truck can get in here. They won't deal with the dirt mound, I can tell you that.
I will have this dirt mound completely gone. And if you need me to, I can roll it down the driveway.
Yeah, they'll probably need it because it'll need to be
tow or flatbed.
With the tires and the condition they are, it should be on a flatbed.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to get it down the driveway
Yeah.
we're right on Redmond Fall City Road.
Yeah,
so,
I know exactly where you're at.
and there's so much money out there that putting this car out front is
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really trust this neighborhood.
Probably, well, nobody's gonna get in here and steal it, but yeah.
No, but I just don't trust.
You don't want to let people know it's here.
No.
Well, thank you. You just let me know when you're ready, and we'll
Thank
get it
you.
handled.
Yeah, thank you. Nice meeting the both of you.
You too. Thank you very much. Shoot me a text when the dirt pile's gone, and we'll get it scheduled.
Awesome.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
Thanks. You may ask why I just did that, why I didn't just pay her the $6,000 for the car. Well, financially, it makes more sense to me to fix the car for her, put the car back together, and resell it as it is, as a running, driving project car, than it does to buy the car and fully restore it and flip it. I had a 71 Chevelle SS that we had at the shop recently. I had it for like a year for sale for a customer. And I did get top dollar for it. I got 75 grand for it, but it took a long, long time. This, I think, doing low dollar, easy, I'll make a couple grand and I won't have to put anything out of pocket other than some parts. And then she also will make more money on the car as well. It just, from a karma perspective, it just made more sense to me to do it that way. I don't need to make money on absolutely everything I do, but as long as I make a little, it's all good.
3 weeks later.
It's good there. All right, it has been a couple of weeks. I went to Vegas, customer got the car unburied, tow truck picked it up this morning, here it is. The 1971 factory 454 4-speed El Camino. Cowl induction hood that does function. I will need to put a vacuum hose on it to the carburetor to make it function, but it works. So I did decode the VIN. I haven't looked yet to see if it's an SS, I doubt it, but it is a factory big block 4-speed car. Cowl induction hood is in really good shape. This car, although overall it looks rough, everybody knows I could have taken advantage of that woman. I could have paid her $6,000, turned around and done what I'm gonna do right now and made 10. That wouldn't have been fair. I wouldn't have been able to sleep at night. So what I'm gonna do with this car, she's bringing out all the chrome trim and everything tomorrow. We're gonna soak the cylinders down today with marble mystery oil, let it set for a few hours, see if we can get the motor freed up, see if we can get it fired off. We'll change all the fluids, we'll clean it up, we'll wash it, we'll polish it, we'll put the chrome back on it, and we'll put this car out for sale for $16,000. I have a budget of $2,000 to work with, which I think I can make it run and drive for that. Then I charge her a commission on the sale. So she does make much more than she was originally asking. I make a few bucks in the process and everybody's happy. And most importantly, I gotta have some fun with an El Camino. So come back for the next video and you'll see us have this car running.